All right, you guys, rise and shine. It is 5:55 on the clock. It is November 5th. Weird. 5555. Okay. Um, I'm starting this reading here at the planetary hour of Jupiter. All right, the top of the day looks like it's going to start at, what is it, 6:35 a.m.? Yes. Just the other day, I was stating how the planetary hours was pushing back so much farther to like 7:30. Now we're back at 6:35 in the morning. All right, so there's been like this reset over the weekend, and where we're back in alignment is what I want to say. All right, so in today's transit, it looks like lots of squares, semi-squares, in conjunctions. All right, biquintiles. So let's go over it. We're currently still right now with the moon in Sag. Sun in Scorpio by quintiles to Jupiter in Gemini. Moon in Sag, quincunx over to Uranus in Taurus. Squared over to Neptune in Pisces. Semi-squared to the Sun in Scorpio. Semi-sextile to Pluto in Capricorn. Then we have the in conjunction that happens later on today when the moon ingresses into Capricorn at 10:18 a.m. It'll be in conjunct with Mars in Leo, quintile to Saturn in Pisces, by quintile to Uranus in Taurus, semi-sextile to Mercury in Sagittarius, and then squared over to the North Node. All right, so I was looking at the 14th degree right now where we are with the Sun in Scorpio. 13 degrees, 31 minutes. Speaks all about the telephone lineman at work, networking. Creative interactive networks of cooperation and communication is an essential aspect of building community. Widespread communication of feelings and thoughts. It says, insofar as none of us could ever access the full picture, therefore complete knowledge, we must interact with others to listen and to share our own ideas. The quality of these interactions is inextricably bound to the quality of the communication methods used. We learn that linguistics have the great importance, yet so too does the technology that allows the exchange of words, the printed press, the telephone wires, and the internet, for example. All right, so the moon is currently moving towards the 28th degree, and it's at 27 degrees and 44 minutes. All right, so Sagittarius is moon from the 26th to the 30th degree, all about conscious. It says it may well be necessary to lose ourselves within the ideal, giving some physical form to our vision and the beautifully marrying of the mundane and spiritual. We must find a way to reconcile social expectations with personal ideas. This is a profound test of whether we can find balance when living as a transpersonal symbol, fully representing the ideal that we made supreme. All right, so we're looking at an old bridge over a beautiful stream at the 28th degree. Interesting. Very dark. It's showing me like a bridge that goes like this with like a hole right through the middle of it. Stream, I'm guessing, you know what I mean? Like that. Making useful things beautiful. We can consecrate our lives more, remembering to marry spiritual qualities with mundane needs, marrying up the mundane and the spiritual beautifully. We are creative beings seeking to beautify our lives meaningfully. We are not capable of transforming our environment. We would be little more than animals of the wilderness, constantly in fear for our survival. Yet when taken too far, taming nature's results in ugliness, the desolation of concrete jungles that big cities become, and environmental poisoning. The resultant inner desolation, depression, and frustration that comes out of violent aggression or mindless conformity is evidence of the need to reconcile civilization with nature, making what is useful also beautiful. Interesting. So maybe spending some time in nature today is where you're going to receive this telephone lineman at work networking communication that's meant to be coming through. Okay. I don't know. It says internet, telephone, printing press. All right. Technology overall. We're still with Mars at the 1st degree. Venus is currently at the 23rd degree of Sagittarius. Let's see. immigrants entering. Interesting. It is election day, you guys. All right, so it's moving towards the 23 degree with Venus and Sag, discovering essence. Any big change demands of us that we hold from the deepest parts of our integrity while adapting to new conditions, courageously discovering our place in life. During stages of transition, we must find a way not only to strengthen the faith that we have in essence self, but also to be willing and able to adopt new ways of being and new perceptions. This applies whether we move home to a new town, change jobs, or join a social group. It most particularly applies when we move to a new level of consciousness. There are new realms to discover and new beliefs and realizations to embrace. These can be very disturbing and rattle the status quo. We must not lose the sense of who we are at core. All right, and then we've got Mercury moving towards the 4th degree. So a lot of Sag energy here overall. All right, a little child learning how to walk. Support and guidance. There is always someone to help, being open to kindness and helpfulness as we move through the struggle of life. Trying to keep some balance while we take on yet another full-on challenge. It is very helpful to remember that we always have the support and guidance of a superior power and intelligence. As much as parents hold this role for children, so too do higher forces look upon us benignly, ever ready to respond to our asking for help. Whether this is seen as higher aspects of self or angels or spirit guides are secondary questions to a primary point. We are not alone. All right. I think we've gone over pretty much all of the personal planets. Mars is still at the 1st degree of Leo, and how to manage the fiery life force that surrounds us. All right, a case of apoplexy is what it was speaking about. So when we step into Capricorn's moon later on today, again, 10:18 a.m., we'll definitely see that in conjunction, which would cause some sort of discord. All right, with where Mars is in Leo and Pluto is more so in Capricorn as well. All right, so Capricorn 1st degree of when the moon ingresses later on today speaks about claiming power. All right, the Indian chief demanding recognition. When the community security is threatened, then those who can will claim a position of authority and take command. Observing the effects of unrestrained personal power. A body must have a head, a group must have a leader. Various experiments are still in process or in progress to examine how best to choose the person best suited to that role, how often the leader should be replaced, and the scope of authority granted. In some cases, the dominant male makes his claim and decides on his own the extent of power and influence he chooses to command. This usually seems inappropriate in times of peace, yet becomes an absolute necessity when the group's survival requires it. This is true on a ship at sea. It is true in wartime, yet it is always a real question whether we risk of war throws up belligerent leaders or the leaders' belligerence is the very reason for that risk. Okay. So who's claiming power today? We don't know. We're going to find out. All right, you guys, let's get into it. No, I don't need that. Welcome in, you guys. Rise and shine. Okay. Woonjo, Rado, and Zeus. Down at the bottom of the deck, Thorisast. Okay, so it speaks about joy, comfort, pleasure, fellowship, harmony, prosperity, ecstasy, glory, spiritual rewards, but also the possibility of going over the top with Woonjo. The challenge here, travel, both in physical terms and those of lifestyle directions, a journey, vacation, relocation, evolution, change of place and or setting and or seeing a larger perspective. And then where we need to take action is Anzus, a revealing message or insight, communication. Signals, inspiration, enthusiasm, speech, true vision, power of words, and naming blessings and or taking the advice of another. Wow. So again, it's giving me like the other day we were speaking about group prosperity. This one is coming through the energy of, yes, it's prosperity and fellowship, but it's more so going over the top with spiritual rewards. Travel being of significance, going on a new journey, relocating, all right, changing your place and or your setting to see things in a different perspective, and the messages that are being revealed are coming through communication. So again, the telephone line, Sabian symbol, and where we were with the sun in Scorpio at, what is it, 13 degrees, I said? 14 degrees. All about networking. Okay. Down at the bottom of the deck, Thor says, reactive force, directive force of destruction, defense, conflict, instinctual will, vital eroticism, regenerative catalyst, and a tendency towards change. So major change coming in today, you guys, with this election day thing. I am not into politics. Do not ask me. I don't know. Don't care. Let's see what's going on here. Rise and shine, you guys. Oh, stay. So when I type up Wunjo, specifically the rune, it said it is a rune of love and social communities and togetherness and celebration. All right. It says sometimes you find joy. You need to look at things differently, and Wunjo can help bring clarity to a situation or help us to shift our thought patterns so that we can find the joy that we seek. Okay. So the celebration of spiritual rewards. Let's see. The sun. Wow. Rise and shine, you guys. Literally rise and shine. All right, I got the 10 of Cups here. Amazing energy. All right, we've got Judgment. And we've got 3 of Cups. This is like heightened intuition for me. That's what I'm seeing, but doing it consciously. Yeah, I thought that's what I saw. Sagittarius at the 26th to the 30th degree, where the moon is right now. All about conscious. All right, so the energy of the sun is here. The 10 of Cups. This is pure happiness. All right. Definitely ascending to the next phase here. And then I've got the 3 of Cups as well. I forget in this deck what that card speaks about, but I believe she's offering a cup up to a deity. One second. This is kind of what it looks like. Okay. Whatever your spiritual beliefs, the expression of gratefulness is always appropriate. The priestess here is offering her cup of happiness to her deity in acknowledgement of blessings received. Practice saying thank you in as many ways as you can in spoken words to friends and family, and actions that care for the earth, in prayer and rites of devotion. The more naturally this comes to you, the more you will find things to be grateful for. All right, so it looks like it's overall pertaining to your ascension. and where you should be offering a cup of love up to your deities. All right. Let's look at Rado. All right, so pertaining to travel, both in physical terms and those of lifestyle directions, a journey, vacation, relocation, evolution, change of place and or setting, and seeing a larger perspective. Let's see if there's anything I don't see here. It says Rado stands for travel, cosmic order, communication, and dynamics. Interpreted in an upright position, this rune heralds a most enjoyable excursion or a pleasant situation. The rune can also refer to a journey to the inner being. All right, so this can be more so seen like, for me, travel, journey, taking a step back. It could be like hangman energy almost. Interesting. All right, I see the Six of Pentacles here. The energy of the Empress, both in their shadows. Interesting. Six of Pentacles is the moon in Taurus. All right, overall. And that is the full moon for the month of November. And then sitting here with the Empress, it just hasn't happened yet. So this is a challenge moving forward. Yeah, heavy Taurus energy coming out here. Six of Pentacles. All right, an equal give and take. We've got the Empress. She's in reverse still. Okay. And then we've got the Hierophant here. All Taurus energy. So Uranus in Taurus right now is currently in retrograde. Let's kind of take a look. It is at 25 degrees and 43 minutes. So we're still looking at this energy of the Sabian symbol, speaking of a Spaniard serenading his señorita. Acting appropriately and personal desire are acted out according to the permitted rules that our culture lays down, learning how to behave appropriately. Having established our place in the community partly by doing what others do, we can then further our individual expression of self. We may look to do this through available social methods, in sports, clubs, music, for example, and finding various rules by which to evolve our lives, often employing glamour as an expedient. All right. For me here, I don't think that it's all about glamour. I think it's all more so about gaining a new perspective on, I want to say Mother Earth so bad, on the lifestyle direction in which you choose to go through and what are your values, that type of thing. Tapping into your spirituality. All right. So going on a vacation and traveling, what is that all about? It's like having to learn more so about the inner self. Hierophant and High Priestess energy. So pertaining to your spiritual journey here. And where Wunjo, it speaks about your spiritual rewards coming in. All right. Ace of Pentacles is here. All right, the opportunity for this expansion, for seeing things in a new perspective. And Three of Swords. Looks like your devotion, all right, sacrificing is what had to take place. And I'm also seeing the energy of the Nine of Swords. Interesting. From the 3 to the 9. And what I'm seeing here is overall Saturn and Mars energy. All right, both in Gemini and in Libra. So Libra speaking more so all about the partnerships. Gemini more so on how to socialize more. All right, so maybe speaking about spirituality and everyone's ideas on how traveling takes place and what people's beliefs are. All right, which lifestyle direction you choose to go in. What's right, what's wrong. I feel like that's of significance here as the challenge. Because here, it's like the Six of Pentacles. This will be an equal give and take. I'm seeing planets, the Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn on this person's cloak. All right, let's see what that card speaks about. Your higher self is tapped into noble intentions now, and all should flow smoothly. Work with experts or a team to find the best way to use your resources for the greatest good. If you are one in need of assistance, there are people in power who are ready to pitch in and support your endeavor. All of the elements are coming together in their proper order. So everything that is in alignment right now. All right, we spoke about Venus being in Sag. We spoke about Saturn being in Pisces, Mars being in Leo, Mercury being in Sag, and Jupiter being in Gemini. All right, so here we have Mars's energy, and where there could have been some sort of imprisonment happening overall. It's like now that's being cleared out the way. And then we had some sort of heartbreak going on where it's now you're able to release this energy. All right, that's the way it came out. And or utilizing the opportunity of the connection that you have with spirit, all right, with the High Priestess and the Hierophant being here, so that way you can tap into this energy. Let me look at the Empress on that specific side. The abundance the Empress gives so generously is still indicated on this side of the card, but it is tempered with a message to also think toward the future. Step back and take a look at the bigger picture as well as the present joys. If you want your happiness to last, take it seriously. Gratefulness is the door through which all happiness enters. All right, so over on this side with Wunjo, it's like you have joy, you have comfort, you have pleasure with fellowship and your community and all the spiritual rewards that are coming through here. You're offering your cup up to your deities. Here it's just saying, you know, get more serious about it. Release all the stress, anxiety, worries, the losses from the past, and obtain this new opportunity, all right, to continue moving forward. You will be shown the way. Okay. Now, Anzus. A revealing message or insight, communication, signals, inspiration, enthusiasm, speech, true vision, power of words, and naming blessings. All right, the taking of advice. Let's take a look what else. All right, so Anzus is the rune of creative expression. It shows us the power of language, passing down the knowledge of the ancestors from generation to generation through the spoken word. This rune represents both spiritual and worldly power, clarification, and truth. Okay. So revealing the messages through the knowledge that you have gained, all right, from your ancestors, and doing it in a very creative, expressive way. All right, we've got the Two of Pentacles here. The Chariot. Five of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. Six of Swords. Temperance, Emperor in the shadow, Temperance in the shadow. Interesting. Five of Swords. And we've got this King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. It's kind of giving me this energy of feeling like there's conflict and or other challenges that are heading your way, with the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands being here, pertaining to those that you work with and or a specific skill that you're trying to master, and where you're forced to either feel like you want to move on because you don't see success coming right away, but it's again stating that you do have support here. So I see the backs turned of Temperance and the Emperor. Let's tap into that energy first. It says, from this viewpoint, you are looking toward the hangman's gallows. The angel stands between you and the gallows, red wings spread wide. The eagle, the lion, and the angel all seem to be preventing you, or at least cautioning you from undertaking any act of sacrifice. This is not the time to surrender your ego to a higher cause. All right, so maybe this isn't the time for you to go after trying to reveal a message and or teach some sort of knowledge through creative expression. Let's see the Emperor. And that's interesting because I was just speaking about the hangman energy. And normally the hangman in this deck is hanging off of this thing here. Where is it? Looks like this. Okay. And how you're meant to gain a new perspective on something. Okay. So we have the Empress and the Emperor in its shadow side overall. It says you bear your responsibilities well and you can be just justifiably proud of what you have accomplished, but the strictness with which you go about your duties is taking a toll on you. Not everything has to be set in stone. Leave some room for growth and change. If you are afraid to face darker parts of yourself, you won't be able to help others with their own darkness. All right, so you've had success on one specific area. You've overcome challenges and conflict in one specific area, and that's what you've mastered. But moving forwards, let me see. The Six of Swords, it says you may not know exactly where you're headed in the present circumstances, but it is clear that going backwards is not an option. This is a good thing, though it may not feel like it. Though it may not feel like it at the moment, the chalice represents love and the deepest desires of the heart. Hold these closest to you on your journey and you will not fail. So you don't know where you're going just yet. You're just kind of more so adapting to the changes with the Two of Pentacles. You know that you've been successful. You know you've overcome challenges. You know that you've overcome mental conflict. You've been mastering a specific skill, but there's no turning back now. King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. It says, yes, this side. It says, a king sits upon a polished granite throne on a summer's evening. His garments are all made from animals, leather and suede, raw hide, lacing, and sheepskin. It says, he is surrounded by fruits and flowers, and there is green, fertile land as far as the eye can see. But the natural world isn't his only concern. As shown by his golden crown, orbed scepter, and pentacle, this is a man who has done very well for himself. His expression shows his satisfaction with the life and his work. He is the person you can turn to for a loan or for practical help in a crisis. He does judge the less fortunate. He knows that all blessings flow in cycles, and it is a joyful for him to be able to give. So this is more so if you feel lost and you're not sure where you're heading on your path in the near future. The message that's being revealed here is that there's blessings coming by someone else that's being able to provide for you and help you in a way. Because it's saying with the Six of Pentacles in the shadow side that you have help coming your way. All right, so the Empress and the Emperor are both in the shadow, and the Temperance is in shadow. While the Chariot is like you've already experienced the win. All right, let's see. So some sort of change is coming because I keep looking at Taurus has a tendency towards change on the bottom of the deck. Too many cards. What fell out and what I can see is the Six of Cups in the shadow side. This could be a person that's returning from the past. That more so could be a father figure that could be very, very strict. This card speaks about like calling in, all right, this younger female into the home. And then we have it come out with the energy of the Devil. Four of Pentacle, Capricorn energy. And then we have the energy of the Moon. So I'm seeing in opposition the Cancer and Capricorn axis. All right, overall with the current decan that we're in right now in Scorpio season. There's a message here because they fell out that way. So let me just kind of look into it. So specifically with this side of the Six of Cups, it says... the young lovers have apparently lost track of time. The cozy town is golden with lamplight, and the starry sky is more brilliant than they have ever seen before. Will they ever have another evening as beautiful as this? Maybe not, but still, Papa says it's time to say goodnight. Take advantage of upbeat emotions to accomplish things on every level, not just the interpersonal. Work, study, or other responsibilities may seem unimportant compared to the rapture of love, but come down to earth long enough to keep the home fires burning. Don't be too carried away by the delicious giddiness of youth. All right, so your emotional state could be calling for like memories of the past and to reconcile, all right, with someone from the past here, but it's coming through as the devil in the reverse. Or in the shadow. Let's take a look. It says, the meaning is much the same as the other side, with the added message that the devil's attention is elsewhere for the moment, so you have a better chance of making escape. Seize the moment that rises before you. So the scene is not changed much from the other side. The devil is not changeable. He is what he is. It's a mistake to think that there's another side to the devil, some loophole through which the clever can escape. He faces the hellmouth, awaiting the next Tagram, and 5 devotional candles burn before it. These are the tributes he demands for those who serve him. A book is in the flames, for the devil is the enemy of knowledge. Ignorance is the closest ally. There is one sign of hope in this place of despair, and the devil may not be aware of the presence behind him. A lotus, a flower that is born from the mud, represents a spirit that can rise even from the deepest inferno. So on this side, it's like, I'm guessing you're going to be this energy of the lotus. Okay. I don't know who that King of Pentacles is. That is someone that you can turn to that's meant to be like supposed to help you, but you're being asked not to go that way. It's like Papa said, get your ass inside. Okay. 4 of Pentacles. All right, so it's showing me, obviously, this is Sun and Capricorn energy and where you're supposed to be going after accomplishments, but it's in the shadow side. So it says, if all you think about is money or work, or worries about money and work, the element of earth is out of balance in your life, as it is for the wizard. Explore how much you can bring in water's love and beauty, fire's creation action, and air's fresh new ideas. Practicality must be chemically blended with dreams, passion, and inspiration. That is how wizards make magic. Okay, so the 4 of Pentacles here, this is going to be apparently the wizard, all right? So it's almost like gaining a new perspective on what it is and how you can utilize your mindset to create something that's very refreshing with a brand new idea. All right, you're thinking about money more so, but the money isn't going to bring you in happiness and balance. Okay. So maybe if you chose to return back to somebody that has what it is that you need right at this time, you're being asked to really focus on whatever this moon card energy is speaking about. Let's get into that. All right, so it's on the side where I don't want to show that picture. She's got her boobs all out. The cycles of the moon are reflected in the cycles of women, and thus the moon card is a card of feminine power. The woman here is in the dark side of the high priestess, offering an initiation of sorts. A choice between a bowl of phosphorescent seawater and a glowing egg, which are the most drawn to. And what does that tell you about your psyche? Remember, rational solar thinking has no place here. The moon shadow has turned day into night. It says the moon has passed between the earth and the sun, putting the sun in full eclipse. The day sky fills with stars. Near the horizon, the constellation the Crab is seen. It seems to float above the head of the rising water of this woman, just as the crab rose on the other side of the card. The moon towers are shown to be open at the back, as with the tower card, but there is no rubble, no sense of destruction here. Speaking of destruction, I'm looking at Thorisaz because it speaks about reactive force, directed force of destruction and defense, conflict, instinctual will, vital eroticism, regenerative catalyst, and a tendency towards change. So something's changing here about this energy of like this whole Cancer and Capricorn axis. That's the way I'm seeing it. It says these towers were intentionally built on both to reveal and conceal, one side open, one side closed. The imagination has free flow in place of dreams and visions. Wow. So it's kind of like you have not been blocked through the energy of your subconscious state. The devil has his back turned, so it's like take action now. There is no returning back to the past. We spoke about that already. All right. So if you've had some sort of nostalgic memories about someone here, it's like that's not the person you should be turning to. Because if you do, then it looks like your guides are going to be turning towards you as well. You've got the Empress and the Emperor in the shadow side. This can be a couple that doesn't want to deal with each other. And the Temperance guides are like, listen, y'all figure it out. Okay. That's the way I feel this is coming through. Let me pull on Thorsas. I feel like things were meant to be slowed down so you can see things in a different perspective about your spirituality. And where you've already had a win, you're in the energy of joy and comfort. All right, but it's like don't go too over the top with your spirituality. Open yourself up to other possibilities to be expressive and creative if you have the knowledge. If you get bored with it, with whatever you do for work, then you're called to go do something else. But don't return back to the past is what it's saying. Okay. Let's see. King of Wands in the shadow. Five of Cups in the upright. Son of Wands in the shadow. The Strength card. That's your force right there, your reactive force. With the King of, or sorry, the Queen of Pentacles now. Interesting. Queen of Wands and the Four of Wands. Both in the upright. Here it is. So where the King of Wands has his back turned, the Queen of Wands is in the upright. Okay. So this is all about inner self for the King of Wands. At night, the King's salamander companion has become a gigantic snake coiled around a green tree beside the throne. The snake does not appear to threaten or alarm the king. They abide in silent communion, respecting each other's power. The symbolism of serpent and tree often speaks of choosing knowledge over ignorance. Because this is a nighttime setting, the king may have hidden concerns about things that he always have taken as settled. He may find himself questioning old values, beliefs, political and or social attitudes as such. Serpent wisdom can be unsettling as it touches on ethical and moral integrity. The Queen of Wands in the upright. This is all about your outer self. A queen in fiery garb sits upon a throne of woven branches and roots. She holds a living wand in her hand. Behind her, a dense forest forms a protective wall. The queen's eyes are closed and she turns her focus inward. Her upright posture and bare feet on the earth denote a channeling of powerful energy. This is a woman who can work magic. She knows how to work with nature's life force that is all around us, as well as prana, cosmic energy. When she chooses, she draws friends and lovers like a magnet. Others may try to emulate her allure, but her power comes from a genuine warmth and charm that can't be faked. All right. So we got the energy of the masculine upright, and where he's great to go and work for. He's got the money. He's got what you need. Over this side, it's more so like he's a little shady. All right, a little shady. And then we've got the energy of the queen here, and just saying that, you know, you can go after what it is that you want. You're going to attract what it is that you need. A lot of people's energies, whether it just be, you know, the energy that you exude out is what's actually pulling others in like a magnet, it says. Okay. Who's that? The Four of Wands. I feel like you're attracted to somebody, or you're attracting somebody in. The Four of Wands is a card of marriage. So this is the side it's on. All right. It says a younger woman and a satyr dance beneath a grape arbor. The landscape is peaceful in the moonlight, in the morning light, with meadows giving away to forests and low mountains. The satyr, holds a drinking horn. He is a companion of Bacchus, god of wine, fertility, and animal instincts. The woman's dress bears a pattern of spirals, such are found everywhere in nature, from seashells to galaxies. On the ground before them are a ram's skull and a resting dove. Where was the dove earlier? I didn't see it, or did I? I can't remember. It says the ram and the dove are symbols of lust and love, of aggression and peace, of persistence and cooperation. Both are needed if true passion is to be sustained over the long run. But this card isn't necessarily about relations. Remember that the wands is the suit of action. For something to succeed at its highest potential, it's important to celebrate it. Ceremony unites purpose with passion. So that would be the ceremony that's happening over here with the Wunjo energy, with your spiritual rewards and your awakening that's taking place here. So again, if you chose to try to return back to the past of who this King of Pentacles was, because you're nostalgic about the energy, it's kind of saying get away from that devil. That's not where you want to turn to. You want to tap into your intuition and let it guide you. So we got the King of Wands out here. And where we spoke about the Queen of Wands, right? You have everything you need to attract what it is that you want. But it's coming through as the Five of Cups. There could be a sense of like loss or feeling a sense of regret, burdens. All right. And then we've got the Strength card here with the Queen of Pentacles. So with the Five of Cup energy, it says this card signals that a disappointment has or will shortly occur. Something or someone that you love will test your heart's resilience. You may be inclined to keep your feelings to yourself, and this is probably a good idea as you come to terms with the situation and see it more clearly. Three of Cups have fallen, but two are still standing, and this is not the end of the story by any means. So it's more so that the soul union just possibly has not happened yet, because you're grieving this person's energy with the Three of Cups. Here we have the Three of Cups, and where you are offering a cup up to your deity. On this specific card, the two cups stand up behind him. All right, so this may be that the King of Wands feels that there is a separation from this Queen of Wands in which he is attracted to, but the energy says, right, it's more so not just about the relationship, it's about the celebration. Okay, Ten of Wands. Okay, so this specific side of the Ten of Wands, it says, a poor laborer carries a large bundle of staves upon his back. He is bent low under the weight of his burden, but he must keep going despite his exhaustion. His destination is a manor house not too far away. Rain clouds are sweeping in, and there is no time to lose if he is going to get the wood under cover before the storm breaks. The staves are not his property, just his responsibility. This card is a sure sign that you have taken on too much that is wearing you down. Like the laborer, you feel that you have no choice in the matter, that you are indispensable and must persevere no matter the personal cost. Serious burnout will take much longer to recover from than just taking a break. So delegate some of your tasks and entrust some of the burdens to others, or risk losing it all. The way it's coming out, it's kind of like it's coming out with where the King of Wands has their back turned. All right. Very like attitude problem person. Where the Queen of Wands wants to attract. So again, it's speaking about reactive force and directive force. If you come off this way, then your Queen of Wands is going to go the other way, right? So something has to change apparently. So let's look at the Strength and the Queen of Pentacles. Whereas the Queen of the Pentacle and the King of Pentacle are both in the upright. Strength. Okay, it says you may have been holding yourself back or subduing your ambition for fear overstepping or being too much. The loving strength of the Empress is a balance To any leonine excess of ego. Don't be afraid to access your strengths and put them to good use. Lighten up a bit. Don't take yourself quite so seriously. You can be powerful without being overpowering. So this could be the energy of the more so Empress. All right. And where the Empress over here is in her shadow. Speaking more so about what changes need to take place and how you need to ask for protection if you want to continue moving forward on your spiritual journey. It's next to the Hierophant and the High Priestess with this Ace of Pentacles, and how you're trying to move away from some sort of mental entrapment and or heartbreak. That's what's happening down here in the challenge. Let's look at the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. It says, a queen sits upon a weathered stone throne upon which twinning foliage grows. A hawk sits atop the throne. The queen's green gown has a pattern of pink roses and a scarf of vivid green drapes across her shoulders. Her crown is substantial, almost as a helm, and bears antlers. Her expression is friendly, welcoming, and calm. The scene is lush with life as roses and wildflowers grow alongside lemons and heavily fruited apple trees. This is a woman who most people see as the ultimate Earth Mother. She is always ready to feed the hungry and shelter the wanderers, and she does it with all the genuine love. Her strength comes from the nature and its cycles of renewal. She is patient through the hard times because she knows that spring will always come again. Her hawks symbolize her ability to see the bigger picture as well as the details. Those who love her cannot imagine their world without her. So whoever this King of Pentacles is that wants to return from the past, all right, and where this person could have been moving out of the energy of devil energy, and the wizard is kind of like, listen, you just need to utilize your intuition and understand what you're tapping back into. This could be a person that wants to experience some sort of change overall, where you're coming out of a spiritual journey. This person still has burdens on their life, is what it looks like. So the Empress embodies the energy in which this person needs surrounding them, possibly in a work environment, all right, because it's coming through as the Five of Swords here, the Five of Wands here, and where there was conflict and or mental, challenges, the need to feel like you needed to defeat someone here within a specific workplace, all right. But the revealing message is that, again, the Emperor is in the shadow, and so are you if you're the Empress. So it's got to be some sort of communication that takes place, all right? It's like a signal of inspiration, like true vision. What is it that you want from a situation? Because the person that's coming out of their happiness and their joy and their contentment is because they've had some sort of spiritual awakening. Now the energy is calling, like, what do you do with this specific spiritual awakening? Do you return back to the past? Because if you do, just know that it's coming with burdens. And again, the way that I'm seeing it is, we've got the Queen of Wands in the upright. The King of Wands is in his shadow. But this can be a great partnership overall if they were to come together. All right, so if there seems to be where there was supposed to be a reconciliation and or having some sort of memory of the past, this is what it looks like. It's like it's time to go. So no backtracking. Because this person is moving in double energy. Their back is turned right now. It's time for you to get away, is what it's saying. And utilize your intuition to move forward. Okay. Well. Interesting. Okay. I feel like you've already defeated this person. Because the Five of Swords is more so showing the side where oh, I see what's happening here. Let me read this one out because I'm curious. Victory has come at a price that may seem too dear for the rewards gained. Psychologically, you may be feeling depleted, especially if the struggle has made you doubt your ethical center. Winning a battle you're not completely convinced is righteous only gives satisfaction in the moment. So maybe you did win because it came out with a Chariot. All right, you defeated this person. Someone that obviously tried to win at all costs. Coming through with this energy. But this is more so, and like showing defeat as well. It says, if there is conflict happening, don't take it too personally or seriously. One or more of the participant may merely be going through the moment to keep in practice, or they may just feel like what? Oh, they just like to fight. So this could be someone that just likes to try to win at all costs. This is someone that's trying to come back in and fight for you. All right, healthy competition is good for honing skills in the workplace, in art, in sports, and so on. But the key word is healthy. At the end of the day, part as friends. It was coming out with the Two of Pentacles, adapting to changes. Where is it? The Six of Swords, and where you were meant to move on from a specific situation. That was the first spread. All right, so here's the Eight of Pentacles. This could be like pertaining to a workplace. All right, you're moving on. And then this Emperor was in the shadow. Whereas the Empress was in the shadow over here with the Six of Pentacles. There is no equal give and take here. All right, so if you're not sure what pattern to go in moving forward, you got to ask your deities for help. Your guides. I don't feel like this person was a nice person to work for. That King of Pentacles. All right, he might have been showing his ass a little bit with the King of Wands in the shadow. Person likes power. Okay. Well, at least you came out with a spiritual ascension. So what do you do next? Well, time is it? Oh, wow. I got to get used to having early mornings again, you guys. I'm looking at the time. I'm thinking I'm running late. It's only 6:47. Jeez. All right. Crossroads, trusting one's judgments. All right, overcoming indecision and reading the signs is what the card says here. All right, you've got the appreciation of small blessings, a good omen and results. And then we got compromise and cooperation here, learning from past mistakes. Down at the bottom of the deck, overcoming barriers, success through subtle means, and reconciling with the past. This is so contradicting, you guys. Because I can almost feel in the energy is like reconciling with the past is of significance right now. We are in the second decan of Scorpio season. And in Minor Arcana, that's what it speaks about. But it's saying don't go back to the past. Like you feel you're at a crossroads right now, but trust your own judgment. Take your small blessings and move forward as a good omen with it. But then it's like, okay, well then compromise and cooperate here. All right, overcoming the barriers and whatever happened in the past. And success through subtle means. Like what? Let's see. Which one is this? All right, so Pimpernel says, the Scarlet Pimpernel owes its folk name Wayward to a German legend. A girl who planned to elope with her beloved arranged to meet him at a crossroads, but waited for days for him to appear, until eventually her feet took root and she turned into the first pimpernel flower. Life has brought you to a crossroads, and you may not know which road is the right one to turn down, but you are not the first person to have come to this junction. Others have gone before you, and this wisdom and their wisdom remains to watch over you. Whichever road you choose here will be the right one. Let's see. My goodness. Is this the right deck? No. It's super sticky and... Seven of Cups, Hermit. Something's an illusion here. You're going to get the wisdom and the guidance that you need. Focus on healing first. Four of Swords. Ten of Pentacles, Page of Swords. I feel like your ancestors are more still watching over you and the decisions that you make. Ten of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Five of Cups. You'll regret it if you return back to the past, is kind of what I'm getting. All right, so appreciation of small blessings. Chickweed. Early flowering herbs, which appear when the rest of the world is still cold and bare, are full of valuable nutrients, proof that things are returning to life. Chickweed is one of the first herbs to grow in spring and is eaten in spring festivals around the globe to bring longevity and health. A series of small blessings are due to appear to you, so be sure to make the most of them. They may appear modest and insignificant, particularly after such a long period of struggle, but the benefits and good fortune they bring are numerous. Page of Wands. Three of Swords. Strength card. The Magician. The Hierophant. The Eight of Cups. Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and Page of Pentacles and the Emperor. King of Pentacles down at the bottom of the deck. All right, so there might be like a little token of appreciation that comes in. Just like a small blessing, it can come through financial help. I don't know. I'm seeing that. Page of Wands. I'm feeling like if you have to separate from something that you were passionate about, Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and go after something new. Having strength in order for it to manifest in the way that Spirit wants it to with the Hierophant here is like you have to gain the knowledge about it. But it looks like you're walking away from something, Eight of Cups, and where you have to emotionally withdraw from whatever you've been seeming to hold on to. And that's going to be the opportunity that you want with whoever this Emperor energy is. Okay. Let's look at mushroom. Most funguses grow underground and emerge on the surface to form bands of mushrooms commonly known as fairy rings. Common lore suggests that stepping into these rings will put you in danger of being ensnared by fairies. So watch your step. Drawing this card suggests that decisions you have made in the past are already starting to affect, and for better or worse, you can change them now. If it transpires that you've made the wrong choice, now is the time to learn from it and make a better decision next time, or you'll be stuck in the never-ending cycle of repeating your errors. All right, let's see. There was that King of Pentacles with the Chariot, the King of Swords to the Nine of Cups. Something here pertaining to like a wish fulfillment overall. If this person is like a mentor, a great person to work for, I don't know. The King and the Queen came out earlier together in the upright. Three of Cups is here and the Knight of Cups. So again, this one speaks about either compromising or cooperating and learning from past mistakes. Six of Wands and Temperance. Looks like you've had a win with this specific energy. All right. And your guides had led you there. But it was, I don't know what's going on with these cards. There was conflict there in the past. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, Empress, Five of Pentacles. So we just saw the Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles. If there was challenges there, competition there, struggle, however, all right, it looks like it led the Empress to the energy of the Five of Pentacles. But the truth is Ace of Cups and Ace of Swords. Over top, King of Pentacles, the Chariot, the King of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. It was like a win there overall. Queen of Swords, Six of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Swords. Overthinking how in the past you had such a great win. Wheel of Fortune. Queen of Swords, you separated from it. Wheel of the World card, it came to an end. You chose to move on with a King of Cups. What is this? So now reconciling with the past and overcoming barriers and success through subtle means. 15. Moonwort ferns have many magical properties ascribed to them, but one of the most prominent is the ability to undo or destroy any lock. Our minds are skilled at hiding away old griefs, unwanted feelings, and even stressful memories, but in the long term, these will become dangerous, and now is the time to make sense of them. Take this opportunity to unlock those hidden spaces and clear out some of those cobwebs. So there's something that more so you were trapped up in your head about that you need to release, so that you can come into balance and face your fears. All right, could be pertaining to this Lovers, the Four of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. This is going to be your win. All right, you got to make the choice to go after, to receive, you know, what it is that you want an equal give and take with. Something's been slowed down, Knight of Pentacles, where right now it could be a time of acceleration because you've gone through a transformation, but there seems to be some sort of boundary up, and there's still this energy of Knight of Swords wanting to chase after this Wheel of Fortune energy. Interesting. Back out there. I'm kind of feeling like there was some sort of manipulation that was happening pertaining to your manifestation, because if you were going through heartbreak, it was like you had to gain the strength to start manifesting new with spirit. Like, yeah. What counterparts do we have out here? Empress, Emperor. I don't see High Priestess out here. I do see Hierophant. So that just can be something that you're committed to. All right. And I got heavy. I think I kept seeing all kings in this reading. King of Pentacles, King of Swords, and King of Cups is what I saw. I feel like your guides are trying to guide you to where your long-term stability is. They just want you to rest so that you can see things clearly, because it might look like an illusion to you right now what your wish fulfillment is. Okay. You feel like you're definitely at a crossroads. That's for damn sure. All right, because obviously if you're stuck on a specific path and you don't know which way to turn. It's kind of like gain a new perspective of what's going to be the best thing for you. But your guides are like, don't return to the past. But the cards are saying that the past is kind of where your money is at, where your fortune is at. Just saying. Okay. Weirdos. All right, let's see. Anything else that we need to see? Eight of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Chariot, the Empress. See what I'm saying? Eight of Pentacles, whatever you've done in the past, celebration with the Empress. Eight of Pentacles. The Hermit. All right, so if you do spiritual work. Six of Cups. That's deception from the past. Chariot. Knight of Cups, new love coming in. Empress. New beginning. You just can't see it yet. Interesting. Page, Knight, and Queen of Cups. It's nothing but love coming in. Oh, I see. You're about to watch this Emperor go down or some shit like that. A tower happen. Something's about to go down. And then it looks like you're going to be finding new love and stepping into new love as you walk away from what has kept you dealing with anxiety and stress and worries and trapped up in your head and illusions of whatever. All right, so this Emperor energy could be like a father figure. This could be a boss. This could be someone that was supposed to mentor you. It's like watching some sort of destruction about to happen. Okay. Interesting. And where the success here is coming in for the Empress. That's what it looks like. Tell me about the Page of Swords. Six of Wands. I feel like this is your win and how you're going to watch the Emperor go down. Tell me about the Tower. Shit. Lovers. That was just more so like a karmic thing. That's done. Your soulmate comes in when you're single. What happened with the Emperor? Who were they collaborating with? Hidden enemies. Who's the hidden enemy? Those that you had to protect yourself from, okay? It will be exposed. I got the Moon and the Sun in between the Seven of Wands. Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups, King of Cups, Hierophant. I feel like Spirit's going to show you. Spirit's going to show you once you end that chapter, that's when marriage comes in for you. I kind of feel like you get your home, you get your money, you get everything. Just moving the energy of love is the way I'm hearing it. Like, I'm seeing Page, Knight, Queen, and King of Cups. Spirit say, watch this. Because it came out like this. Like, if this was you, stressed out and anxiety, look at all these nines. 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands, 9 of Cups. And it came out where you don't get what you want until you're single. 9 of Pentacles. Nines are all about wisdom. Being very wise. Charitable. Way it's coming through. Alright. What time is it? Yep, time to go. Alright, you guys. Love y'all. I'll check you guys out later on today. We'll do community chat. And I think I'm due for in all signs. All November week 1 readings are done. Those are going to be in the videos. I did not do those live.